A batch of fresh mushrooms air freighted from the Eastern Highlands province is now on sale at a large supermarket in the capital of Papua New Guinea, Port Moresby. Soon they will grace the dining tables of the city's residents. Port Moresby also has a well-regarded restaurant that features mushrooms as its signature dish. Local shrimp paired with domestically grown oyster mushrooms make for a novel delight. This now common sight was unimaginable in the past. Mushrooms used to mysteriously appear only in Papua's moist forests after rain. They were largely seen as poisonous in local traditions. Now, artificially cultivated mushrooms have been around in Papua New Guinea for over a quarter of a century. And the person who introduced the technology to the country is affectionately known as Mushroom Man.
I'm known as Mushroom Man, everywhere here in Chimbu, in Moresby as well. So I knew in my heart this project is a tool, it's a weapon. It can fight a lot of things that are associated with life, like poverty and unemployment and nutrition and all these things. So right now, I'm feeling excited now to see a lot of things that's happening.
53-year-old Brian Y.E. is actively involved in the establishment of the China Papua New Guinea Agricultural Industrial Park, formerly the Deputy Administrator of the Eastern Highlands Province. He has witnessed the development of the China-PNG friendship and the significant changes in his homeland for over 2 decades.
The agricultural park, for me, is an answer to agricultural industrialization that will accommodate all our industrial settings in there, including office and then growings and all those things, breeding, all this. Okay, this one for you. Okay, this one for you. Juxi boy. Oh, that's professor there, Juxi. This my teacher, this one, Professor Lin.
All these changes were brought about by an amazing technology, after which Wai's son was named. In 1995, at the age of 24, Wai became the only Papua New Guinean student accepted into a United Nations Development Program training program. He participated in the first International Juncao Technology Training Seminar held China's Fujian Agriculture and Forestry University. In just a few lessons, Wai's perception of mushrooms was dramatically changed. He had never imagined that these small organisms, only occasionally emerging in forests after rain, could be cultivated artificially on a large scale. This realization made him think of his homeland.
Poverty was really high. People were living on the poverty lines. And the only crop they depend on is coffee. But coffee comes in every 6 months. But any other time, when the coffee is not there, they're in a very terrible times. So back in the villages, it was really terrible life. They can't pay even school fees, you know.
The astute Wai immediately realized that cultivating mushrooms alongside coffee could significantly increase people's incomes.
The only thing that I want to find was two things. One, Professor Lin. That's one. And two is the substrate, the lin grass.
Professor Lin Jianxi is the chief scientist at Fujian Agriculture and Forestry University. He invented the Juncao technology, using grass instead of wood to cultivate edible fungi. Edible fungi, commonly known as mushrooms, require organic matter from their surroundings to grow. Initially, wood was often used as a raw material, but excessive logging frequently led to ecological destruction. So Lin Jianxi turned to grasses, alternatives rich in nutrients, but with much shorter growth cycles.
这个就是我们用来以草代木栽培食用菌第一个草种，这个叫蓝旗。
In 1986, Lin Jianxi cultivated the first grass-grown shiitake mushroom, using wild grasses such as forked fern and Pacific Island silvergrass as substrates.
那个时候确实是，这一辈子当中哈，最高兴的一次。这个但是就感觉我们可以不用砍树来发展卷叶，开拓了一个新的领域了。
Thanks to the diligent research of Lin Jianxi and his team, nearly 50 species of herbaceous plants can now be used to cultivate edible and medicinal fungi, collectively known as Juncao. After being crushed, Juncao is mixed with other materials, bagged, inoculated, and incubated to create mushroom substrate packs for growing edible fungi. Once farmers receive these packs, they simply need to tend them under suitable temperature and humidity conditions to receive a good harvest of mushrooms. After its invention, Juncao technology was promoted as a model for poverty alleviation in China, achieving great success.
就引起这个联合国经社部的同志他的关注，他就跑来这边调研。 调研的时候就给我提出一个建议，你这个技术能不能在发展中国家用？
The answer was yes. That year, the first International Juncao Technology Training Seminar for Developing Countries was launched, and Wai participated in it.
For Papua New Guinea, we are blessed with a lot of good, soil, temperature, and rainfall, and everything is nice. And it's very conducive. Agriculture is our background.
Wai was confident about the future. However, as the training neared its end, he felt a bit uneasy.
I want my country to be the first country to be tested. Competition will be there. So I got scared. Otherwise, these guys were advanced, so they might take the technology over to their place. So I must find a secret time.
To gain a head start, Wai avoided the noisy classroom and arranged a rooftop meeting with Professor Lin to lay out his thoughts.
The professor was very cool and nice, and he was listening. Oh, okay. And he was just going, okay. But because he was cool, and his okay was not that serious enough, I thought he was okay, let's do it.
We sent Brian White to China, and he learned some very important concept and the technology in China. When he came back, he told us, this is very exciting and we need to start the project.
In the summer of 2023, a remote mountain village in Papua New Guinea came alive with the latest PNG training course of China Aid Juncao and Upland Rice Project.
After 5 times, all the grass powder.
Lin Yingxing, a technical expert from China, was explaining how to grow tasty mushrooms using Juncao. By the time, nearly 27 years had passed since Chinese Juncao technology first arrived in the country. In 1997, Juncao technology was taken abroad for the first time. Lin Jianxi led a 6-person expert team from China to Wai's homeland at the official invitation of PNG's Eastern Highlands province. Papua New Guinea is located in the southwestern Pacific, comprises of over 600 islands. The Chinese experts, setting foot on this land for the first time, were amazed at its rich natural resources and favorable climates. But they also faced unexpected challenges.
这个困难不是我们在国内想象得到的困难。你比如那个地方没电，还有那个语言，这个部落那个部落之间语言是不同的。像这样条件底下，我们怎么让处在这种状况的人呢掌握这个现代的卷草技术？这个其实当时确实是一个巨大的挑战。
第一个地方能不能成功，当初的压力是非常大。我们因为没走出去过嘛。
This is where the Juncao project began to grow in Papua New Guinea. Over 20 years ago, giant Juncao grass from China traveled across the sea and demonstrated its amazing potential in a foreign land.
一种就种成功，到2000年的时候长到7、8米。
The giant Juncao grass quickly took root in Papua New Guinea. While the grass was easy to grow, cultivating the mushrooms proved more difficult.
当地那个高原温差非常大，
像我们现在国内的这个食用菌栽培模式，你要空调，要温度多少，
风也大，空气很干燥，
湿度多少，光线多少，灯泡多少瓦。
那个店哪来空调？店都没有，那什么空调都不可能。
It was pain that they were feeling, but you can't see pain in their faces. All they do is they talk about what? Brian, okay, tomorrow we're going this way, that way.
Simplification and localization were the solutions ultimately pursued by the Chinese experts.
其实每一步都有科学的依据的，就是用这个把技术简化，比如说用土来调温，用水来调温，用3个气候种做灭菌灶。
我把这个技术最简单化，采取覆土栽培的模式。我只要给你一块塑料薄膜，保持这个温度湿度，你回去肯定通过我的培训以后，你就能成功。
In Papua New Guinea's first mushroom shed, the mushrooms finally began to grow.
In Lufa, we planted the seed into the ground every morning. And there was one morning I came, and I could see one, mushroom was sprouting out from the soil. And that was like brightened my day, It was like a new life.
Mushrooms just grow in front of us every day. So we started, they harvest and they cook for us. We ate it, it was so delicious. We enjoyed the mushroom.
1, 2, right over there. 他们从来没有看到过这个菇，更没有吃过这个菇， 所以当他们品尝到我们这个菇的时候，非常的兴奋，非常的开心，就一下子就把他们整个这个种菇的这个兴趣给带动起来。
Papua New Guinea is the second largest country in Oceania, and it became the first overseas country to successfully implement Chinese Juncao technology.
所以巴新第一站我们起得成功以后，就转战到卢旺达，到莱索托，到南非，到中非，斐济一个技术上还有推广模式上这2大创新，对后来的这个菌草技术走向其他国家起了非常关键的作用。
Hey, Chinese Juncao. Good afternoon. How are you? Oh, that's good. Nice to hear you that. We are at the Lufa station now, where I remember Professor planted the first Juncao grass there, your namesake. I'm sitting right there with another Professor Yin Sin, my schoolmate. We're together here. We're discussing, looking at the Juncao grass, and we think of you because you're the first child that was born, and then I call you, name you after the lean grass, Juncao. You're already a big man now. And how is your girlfriend? Is he okay?
Oh, he has a girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, good one, good one. You have to look after your girlfriend carefully.
Pass my hello to him.
In 1996, on returning from China, Brian named his eldest son Juncao. From Senior Juncao to Junior Juncao, the names of his 2 children reflect his great expectations for the Juncao technology. In the capital Port Moresby, a girl also named Juncao is about to embark on a journey of discovery.
My name is Juncao. I'm 20 years of age. Yeah, it was my birth name. Yeah, so it's on my birth certificate, everything. I am Juncao. I'm in Juncao. And yeah, it was given to me by my father.
Juncao Karani is a student at the University of Papua New Guinea. Because of her unique name, she was often teased as a child.
My dad passed away when I was really young, so like I didn't get the chance to know why I got the name or like what's so significant about it.
As a child, Juncao was confused by her unusual name. However, over time, she began to realize that there might be a deeper meaning behind it. Juncao Karani will soon return to her homeland after years abroad to attend an important commemoration. She looks forward to the trip, hoping to discover the origin of her name. Back in her hometown, Juncao Karani is reunited with her elder brother and elder sister in the old house where their father once lived. Despite the years, the house still retains its original appearance.
At the time Juncao project began, I can still remember. It was still like this.
During the conversation with her siblings, Juncao Karani gradually pieced together the origin of her name.
People telling me how Juncao, what my dad did, and what it did with that technology.
Juncao Karani's father, was the late Matthias Karani, a member of parliament for the Lufa district. When Brian Wai brought the Juncao technology back to Papua New Guinea, Matthias Karani was one of its staunchest supporters.
卡拉尼议员他那个选区啊，就是卢法区啊，那个区5万人，85%的人还是穿树叶的。
Karani fervently hoped that Chinese Juncao technology could change the lives of his fellow countrymen.
The leader at that time, the late Matthias Karani, he said, "Oh, let's go for it."
When the Chinese expert team first arrived in the Lufa district in 1997, they faced various difficulties, not even having a place to stay when they started.
Because the project was up in Lufa, and there's no houses up there. So we got to sleep here and travel up there. I got to drive them up, drive them back, and up and down every day.
Seeing the hardship endured by the Chinese experts, Karani let them live in his house, while he and his family moved into a garage nearby. With Karani's support, Juncao technology was successfully promoted in PNG. In the process, Karani and the team of Chinese experts formed a close bond.
那天早晨起来就因为太疲劳嘛，在我家门口出去，那天早晨出去说要搬行李的时候，不小心这个脚摔倒嘛，摔到脚都歪了。到了那个东高地省啊，又高原，又疲劳，那心跳都停掉了。那个天是没医没药了。后来是那个卡拉尼他的私人医生到外地弄来一针那个强心针啊，跑来给我打。这种情况，这个在外面是会发生的。
After more than a year of work, when the Chinese experts grew the first mushrooms in the Lufa district, Karani was the happiest man in the land. He immediately organized a grand celebration.
那一次估计有6000人，很多人是翻山越岭啊，走路走了3天3夜啊。那个卡拉尼那个部长啊，把那个女儿名字就叫军草，而且专门在这报纸上登报。我问他为什么要名叫军草，他说不管怎么样，不管以后这社会怎么发展，人民都要记住这福建啊中国人民的支持跟帮助。
Matthias Karani also had his eldest daughter, Elizabeth, recognize Professor Lin Jianxi as her godfather and named him after the bird of paradise, the noblest bird in Papua New Guinea.
The people in Lufa were named Professor Lin Jianxi. Butupa is the bird of paradise, so it's like an emblem. So we gave him that name because he's like an icon.
For several years, Professor Lin Jianxi traveled back and forth between China and Papua New Guinea to organize and implement the Juncao technology project. However, in 2005, just as the project was beginning to produce results, tragedy struck. Matthias Karani and his wife died from illnesses one after another, leaving behind several young children.
I lost my dad at a very young age, and it breaks my heart most of the time to think about it. And I lost my mom at 16.
Being without parents and staying in my family's relatives' home and going to school, this and that, and coming to work, all this, that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, so that's the most, I don't know, I can't put them in words, but yeah, but I told myself that nothing in this world is permanent. Everything will be gone.
The grave is not yet. It's not completed.
We just have to do this one and this one. I felt like giving up, obviously, but then after some years I met with Lynn, and then I started working with them, and then I get in touch again with Professor Butupa and them, so they started helping me.
It's not always raining. There's always a time to shine, and then there's always raining.
In July 2023, villagers from the Lufa district began to gather spontaneously in front of a public building named after Karani. A memorial event for Mr. Karani was about to take place.
We are very glad this morning to have you here on our Sir Lufa, the late family of late Karani and his people of Lufa Station. We are very pleased and honored to have you here.
Juncao Karani returned to her hometown precisely because she wanted to attend this gathering with her brother and sister.
Great father, Second, 5. So next day we will start to produce our tubers in here.
The enterprise that Karani developed has continued. His children have grown up and they too have become part of it.
Yeah, in the future I'm thinking of starting a business for myself, an agricultural business. It will be related to Juncao, have a farm of my own.
And I'm currently studying linguistics and modern language at the University of Papua New Guinea. So I think that maybe I could use my linguistics background to probably translate and help my people get to know with my local language to Mandarin, just to help them.
The enterprise that Matthias Karani initiated continues to go from strength to strength. Juncao technology has now been promoted to 9 provinces and 17 districts across Papua New Guinea, benefiting over 40,000 people.
My dad wanted this, I could have the name so that it should pass on from generation to generation.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.